Keeper here. So today I'm taking out the Cheshire, and it's been a long time since I've really played this ship here, and as you can tell from the beginning of this battle, there's a very good reason for that, and it is the fact that I just think I get so many overpens in this ship here. I mean, it has 234mm guns, but it's the same as Albemarle and all the British heavy cruisers really. Overpens are just something that you'll just have to accept, and it's just very frustrating, and it's one of the reasons I don't really play the ship a lot anymore, because I kind of like it. It's a quirky, funny ship that can be deleted instantly, and it's sort of like a very limp Minotaur at tier 6, because of course it doesn't even have anywhere close to the same damage output as Minotaur does, but it is pretty much as squishy. So I have an agile build on the ship here for this battle here, and I tend to go with that really because, well, it's a challenge, right? It's a fun ship because it's so, it's so bad, really, and it's quite difficult to pull off, very good battles in this ship here. You can do like pretty okay battles, but those big ones are a little bit hard to achieve because the damage output is not the best in this ship here. You only have 6 barrels, and the reload is extremely long at I believe around 15 seconds, something like that. And with that long reload, you kinda expect the shells to really punch and make a difference, but as I said earlier, the overpens just makes that pretty difficult to achieve, especially on Japanese cruisers and the more light-skinned cruisers, because it just seems that the AP shells don't really register. Like, you get overpen after overpen after overpen, and really the ships needs to be a little bit angled, and then you can usually get a citadel, because the shell needs to travel a little bit further inside the ship. And I don't know if it's a fuse thing or whatever it is, but it's certainly something that makes this ship here a little bit frustrating to play sometimes. The HE is good on the other hand. I mean, you still have that very slow reload and not many shells, but the fire chance is quite decent, and it's probably the go-to shell because the AP is just so unreliable. So I played the ship here the other day, and I ran into Muse, and I bet she was, blinking twice when she saw I was in the Cheshire. But like I said, I play it because it's still kind of a fun ship, and it's out of the ordinary. I don't see many Cheshires out there, and it's difficult, and it's a challenge, right? And sometimes you just get teams that give the victory away, just like this red team here, because as you can see, I'm not really doing anything. I shot a cruiser, but now I'm just sitting here, just having a look at what's actually going on, because if you look at the map, the red team is playing in a very strange way. So that's why I'm just gonna have a little bit of a breather here and see what they're actually up to, because it's not the usual gameplay that goes on here. It's strange. So while I'm sitting here contemplating what is going on with this red team here, I mean, look at that Poltava there. In the next few minutes, actually already now, we're suddenly down to only 3 red ships. And I'm thinking, hey, whoa, if I actually have to do something in this battle here, I have to hurry. There's not many ships left, and we're less than 5 minutes into the game, and the red team has already been absolutely, well, beaten. Thoroughly beaten, let's put it like that. So there's 2 battleships out here, so I'm thinking, well, I mean, we're gonna win anyway, so why don't we brawl them? Now, I don't particularly recommend brawling in Cheshire. I mean, you can get away with it, but you need to be able to surprise the enemies, and only 1 ship at a time, because as I said, this ship here gets citadeled like you wouldn't believe it. And if you take on 2 battleships at the time, or any 2 ships really, you can only focus on one, and the other ship will citadel you. And you do have torpedoes, but it's not a one-shot thing here. So you see how far away the Fusio is. So if we weren't ahead by a sure win here, I wouldn't even start this. But I want to have some fun. So first we're going to take out the the Pulsar here. Look at the Degrassi. He's like, oh, get back, get back. And yeah, in under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be even trying this here. But these are not normal circumstances. It's like weird stuff going on here, and that battleship just, was just sitting there accepting my torpedoes, and the Myoko is hiding, so he's also not a problem. And again, we're just gonna try an HE salvo here because I don't have AP loaded. Those torps are way off. And this Fuso here, I don't know what he's doing either, because he could have destroyed me 3 or 4 times in the time I've been out from behind cover. But he doesn't seem interested. Doesn't even have his guns, pointing at me. And if I was on the red team, I would be very annoyed with this. Perhaps not when you're playing a tier 5, but behavior like this in tier 7 plus is just what makes people turn this game off and go do something else. Because you're not supposed to brawl 2 battleships in a Cheshire. That's just silly. That's impossible. But yet, that is what goes on in this battle here. I particularly like this part here where the Fuso is like running for its life from the big nasty Cheshire that's down to 10,000 hit points and can be removed with 1 shell, and still I am allowed to get off my torpedoes on the other side and actually sink this battleship here. And wow, that's pretty crazy. I mean, 2 battleships in the open, like torped by a Cheshire. I've seen that now, and if I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it. And yeah. Anyway, that was a Brawling Cheshire, not something that I recommend, but still kind of funny to see. So hope you enjoyed it. See you out there.